recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise support today in support of the bill, the Tailored Regulatory Updates for Supervisory Testing Act, or as it's known as the Trust Act. You know, back home in Western North Carolina and in so much of rural America, community banks are very often the only financial institution in so many of our small towns. These are the banks that are helping a young couple get approved for their first mortgage, or sitting down with someone who wants to open a business to be able to extend that line of credit they need to do so. Our community bankers are involved in the community. They give back to charities. They truly are a part of the community and a key part of our economy. But right now what's happening is that these small town banks are suffocating under a regulatory system that just does not make sense. It's a one-size-fits-all. And it really makes no sense to treat a small rural community bank to the same exact regulatory and compliance standards as you do with those really super large banks that you have around the country. It's just not fair. They can't keep up with it, and it just puts in ridiculous costs that don't make sense. So the central issue that this bill goes to is to address the examination cycle that these banks are required to undergo. So the way it works, federal regulators routinely examine banks to make sure they're operating safely and responsibly, something that is extremely important. We cannot cut down on oversight. Under current law, the healthiest community banks can qualify for examinations every 18 months instead of 12 months. But the eligibility for that relief is tied to an outdated asset threshold that was set back in 2018 and has not been updated since then. At that time, about 94% of community banks fell under the $3 billion threshold that allowed them to qualify for the longer examination cycle. Today, because of inflation and economic growth alone, it takes nearly $6 billion in assets to cover that same share of banks. So let's call it like it is. These banks did not suddenly become reckless overnight or stop serving their communities responsibly. The only thing that changed was the economy grew, and Washington never bothered to modernize the rules. So that means that well-run community banks are now being pushed to more frequent exam cycles simply because of an outdated number on paper that no longer reflects the reality. And here's what happens. Every hour, every dollar that is spent preparing paperwork for regulators is an hour or money that's not spent helping small business, helping individuals who need to get access to credit. What has to happen is that this has to be updated, and Congress can do this, and I believe we'll do this today. Passing the Trust Act would update the threshold from $3 billion to $6 billion. And what that would do is allow this law to reflect today's economy, and community banks will continue to qualify for the same regulatory relief that Congress originally intended. And absolutely just as important, the bill does not weaken the safety and soundness standards one bit. These institutions must still maintain strong ratings, be well capitalized, and operate without enforcement actions. So to someone who's watching at home today or hears about this, why is this important? Well, it's important because if you cut down on the amount of regulations, the amount of red tape, the amount of money that just goes in to just feed the bureaucracy, to feed this, if you stop spending that money there, you have that money to put into small businesses, to provide money to working families, folks who need access to capital. And for that reason and so many more, I know this is a great bill, and I appreciate the support, and I urge the body's passage. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.